What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
lying?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What are they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television. You can't,
yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting to America.
Yeah. Well, she said, and we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Alright guys, what's up? I'm back. And remember, if you're watching this video, like, subscribe, share this video, share my channel, be it my Facebook channel or my Twitch channel, my YouTube channel. And of course we're doing a stream tonight. And we can't do a stream. We can't pay attention to like politics or idiot red pillars or doomsayers, especially now that Trump is over and Biden is president-elect. We can't have these videos without, you know, our favorite punching bag, Coach Red Pill. So yeah, we're gonna do another Gonzalo Lord video. And this is actually very apt because he's talking about the psychology of the simps, which, let's face it, he's a fucking simp for Donald Trump. And let's see what he talks about and see if, you know, we can like point out a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black, right? So let's go to it.
We all know what simps are. Simps are men who basically cater to women and will put them on a pedestal and just do whatever the woman wants, right? They will always rationalize a woman's behavior. They will support her financially, emotionally. I mean, a simp is, to most guys, kind of like a chump. But
So what happens when you simp for other men? Like, what does that make you? What does that make your audience and your followers who simp for you? Like, what does that make you? I don't think they think a lot of these definitions through, guys. I think they believe that, you know, well, I'm not actively being this way, so it shouldn't matter about me. But like, that's not how this shit works, man. But let's continue.
it's important to understand their psychology, to understand where they are coming from. See, a lot of guys, a lot of normal guys, i.e. non-simps, they think that simps cater to women and act the way that they do because they're trying to get into a woman's pants, basically. They're trying...
No, like... these motherfuckers, like, who compare these guys to fucking simps. These are usually motherfuckers that I'm not gonna change for a woman. And to be honest with you, women do this shit too. They feel that they're not gonna change for a man and they're gonna be themselves. And kindness is some kind of weakness. Even fucking Al Capone didn't think kindness was weakness. But these motherfuckers that literally think kindness is weakness. Did you do even the smallest amount of, defending who somebody is, standing up for somebody, or just being fucking human, showing some human fucking decency to this person that you're simping. The fuck? But let's continue.
Trying to convince the girl that he's such a nice guy and he'll do so many things for her that she should sleep with him. And of course, that will never happen in a million years because a woman doesn't want a simp. She wants a challenge, of course. But see...
Wait, what? Did he just say a woman doesn't want a simp? She wants a challenge? So this whole justification of being an asshole. You can challenge your way out of, actually being in a relationship with somebody because you are too much of a challenge. Ask the people that play too hard to get. Sometimes they don't get got. And this whole thing of I don't know if just Coach Red Pill is on the spectrum or whatever, because he doesn't understand human relations. But let's continue.
The simp will continue in this behavior irrespective of the outcome, which has always intrigued me. And that's why I started thinking about simps. And I started to realize their psychology. And I think it pays to understand their psychology so that you don't fall into this trap. You see, what's going on with simps is not that they merely want to curry favor with women, but rather they have an idealized picture of women in their heads, a notion of what women are. An unreal notion, by the way.
Mind you, he won't explain what he thinks that unreal notion is. He's just going to say, well, they're delusional. He's just literally said that they're delusional about what women are. And you should treat, I hate to say it like this, he's one of those guys that you should feel that you should treat all bitches as sluts. And, no, dog, that's not how that works, man. Oh, my God. You're telling me that I didn't have to do all of that. But let's continue.
See, they view women as this fount of comfort. They truly believe, that they can only find emotional comfort with a woman. Or it's more than that. See, they look...
Wait, these guys are straight. They're straight. What are they supposed to find the emotional comfort with? Or who are they supposed to find the emotional comfort with, if not a woman? Because that whole perception of, well, guys can't be close with each other, motherfuckers like you would say that's gay. Literally, unironically, you guys will say that's gay. But let's continue.
Look at women as an emotional pillow that will always be soft and welcoming if they finally get the woman that they want. They don't realize that a woman will provide emotional comfort, but also emotional problems and aggravations. I mean, it's costs and benefits, as it were, okay? A woman is not a panacea, is not...
Is Coach Red Pill, it's almost as if Coach Red Pill isn't fucking straight, man. He is literally down in women. The only reason why he wants a woman is because he was told he has to have one. I don't understand this shit, right? But let's continue.
Not an emotional panacea, but simps think this. They believe that a woman, the right woman, will solve all their problems and make their lives some sort of nirvana. Yeah. In other words, simps are looking for a mother. That's what they're looking for. Because when you were an infant, when you were a toddler, when you were 6 months old, 18 months old and whatnot, you fell and you got a little boo-boo, and who came? Your mother. And your mother gave you all kinds of emotional support and encouragement and soothed the boo-boo and all the rest of it, yeah? Simps want that same basic relationship. They do not view women as individual people. That's the crazy part, see?
This is the man that says that Women do nothing but trick you. Women don't care about you. This is that man that says that shit. He is that man that says that shit. How? How do those things actually work together? But fuck. Like, never mind the fact that he wants to treat women as his own personal sex toy, his living, breathing sex toy. But simps have the wrong idea? Simps have the wrong idea. Like, what the fuck? Let's continue.
They looked at women, as if they were just an emotional pillow, like I said before. Something soft and soothing that they can hug and feel all better. Or better yet, that this emotional pillow will hug them. Yeah. Simps want this feeling of unrestricted, unfiltered emotional support and love. And of course, you can't get it. You can only get it from your mother, and just for a short period of time at that, because you get to a certain age where your mother is like, come on, grow up.
He is unironically actually saying that nobody loves you. Nobody loves you. Like, wow. I hope Coach Red Pill is okay as a person, because every video that he puts out makes me question his whole idea of, like, his personal you know, development and well-being as a person. Because it's just like, how, dog? Like, how could you be so fucked up as a person? Like, how could you be so fucked up as a person, dog? But let's continue.
Yeah, of course, because that's the normal state of affairs. But simps have this need, either because maybe as a child they didn't get enough of it, or perhaps because as an older child they got too much of it. Some imbalance there in the son-mother relationship led to simps becoming simps, led to simps acting like a woman is the soothing balm to all their emotional problems. And because of that, of course, they cannot solve their own emotional problems. Because we all have emotional problems of different degrees and different sorts. They are as unique as each of us are. But you see, for the most part, most problems that you have, psychological problems, you're going to have to deal with them yourself, either by changing yourself or accepting a particular flaw that you have in yourself. You will not get soothed by somebody else. More likely not, if somebody's trying to soothe you, they're trying to gain you or manipulate you somehow, get something from you. But see, a simp views the relationship with a woman in that sense that the woman will solve.
I mean, like, he's really being this. He's like, he put the whole Jesse Lee Peterson thing, like the whole idea of having a loving relationship with a parent is a bad thing. I'm surprised if he don't pull out the whole you hate your father because you receive too much love from your mother. Like, bullshit that Jesse Lee Peterson does. Fuck, Lotus, no! Let's continue.
All his problems, all his emotional needs. Every emotional problem, psychological problem that he has, he believes sincerely that a woman, the right woman, will solve all of them, will solve all his emotional problems, all his emotional needs. He will not need.
Hold on. R.I.P. Lotus. R.I.P. Lotus. God damn it. Fuck. Now I gotta train up a better thrall, but let's continue.
Need anyone, and therefore he views every woman as a potential mother, as a potential mother that will make him feel better, that will kiss away the boo-boo. And this is incredibly sad if you think about it. It's incredibly sad. You know, a grown.
Now, mind you, like, Coach Red Pill, there are, like, jokes that you can actually say about bitter men and all that other good shit. Coach Red Pill is the epitome of a bitter man. Like, I don't know how he has this feeling of, I just don't get it. Like, maybe that's wrong of me to actually say, but he just has this feeling of just like women don't love me and all this other good shit. And it's just like, come on, dog, you better than this. You are better than this. But no, he's not. He's a fucking loser because his only thing is, of course, simps like only want to get in women's pants. Like he's projecting. And I just don't know what else to say. Like, why would you feel that way? Just because somebody is being human. Now, yes, if you're idolizing a person, be it man or woman, to the point where obtaining them is like obtaining a trophy or something of that nature, yes, then we have an issue, dog. But the fact that Coach Red Pill is literally acting as if like he's doing the thing, man. He's doing that thing where he's projected and you can actually see what he feels that he was when he was just being nice to a woman to get in her pants. He feels like he was a simp. But let's continue.
Grown man, a man in his 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60 even, who views women like that, that's pathetic. But it happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and you have to recognize it when you see it in others. And more importantly, recognize it when you see it in yourself. See, because it's incredibly tempting, especially because of the culture that we're currently living in, that tries to solve all your needs by way of consumption, by bringing something from the outside world into your intimate space. It's incredibly, tempting.
Wait, okay, if you were to say we have a consumption-based world, great, I give you that. But the whole thing of, I thought that was the driving force of society is to make sure your needs are met, not to make sure that you some rugged caveman on an island of one that only cares about yourself. Like these people like him, feed their followers lies to say that you should be self-sufficient and you should be okay with a little pain because that makes you tough, that makes you a man. Where all it does is make people miserable. I don't get this whole idea of this machismo attitude of where, oh, I have to be strong and I have to prove I can stand on my own. God damn. And I fall victim to it too. That's a lot of times where I just say, I'm gonna stand on my own and not care about and not ask for help. But it's toxic. It is toxic. And being an asshole to people or just being needlessly mean to somebody is fucking unacceptable. God damn. I get it's a reason why a lot of motherfuckers voted for Trump, even though he was literally the worst president that we've had. But at some point, people have to recognize that, yo, just being cruel to people isn't fucking fun. But let's continue.
To believe that some woman, one woman, the right woman, will solve all your problems. And if you could just bring her into your interior space, she would fix you. But that's not the truth. It's not. The problems that you have will be with you, and whoever else is in your life is not going to fix them. Fix those problems, either by changing you or you accepting the situation as it is. See, somebody else can't do that for you. Only you can do that for you.
Now, this is true. No one can actually just fix you. No one can. And that is definitely a problem where a lot of people feel that other people can just fix you. And I hate that people actually believe this, and no one should actually believe this. But by the same token, like, you can't be by yourself all the time, and you can't people that's gonna be around you are going to actually experience some of the bad shit that you go through. They shouldn't be your psychiatrist, but they also shouldn't be kicking you away because, oh, you have issues, because we all have issues. And just because you want somebody to be there for you means that they're not fucking like trying to solve your problems, or you're looking for them to actually, you know, be the ones to solve all your problems like they're your mommy and they putting a tit in your mouth. But let's continue.
Only you can come to grips with the psychological problems that you have. Only you can decide, like a man, to either change and improve yourself or simply resign yourself to the way things are. Only you can do that.
And there you go. There you go. This whole thing of you have to be a man. Like this is a fucking Disney 90s cartoon. And they have a montage of, you know, the dark side of the moon. Like, that's not how shit works, dog. You can't just be that. You can't just expect people to be a man and man up and nothing's supposed to affect you. That's not how life works. But let's continue.
No one else can solve these problems for you. But the simp, he doesn't believe that. He truly believes that a woman can solve all his problems. But that's why he defers to every woman. That's why he acts towards every woman he meets, every woman that he meets, as if he were deferring to them. You know, he's deferential to them. He listens to them. He tries to understand whatever idiocy they're spouting. Instead of saying,
wait, what? How? How? Oh my God, how? Like, do you hear this shit that a simp only defers to women? Like, no. And I don't even believe he's saying the shit that he's saying. I believe a lot of it is just, I'm not listening to nobody, no matter if they have any external expression of their gender. Like no. I think Coach Red Pill really truly believes that listening to somebody is weakness. Except for when you listen to him, because when you listen to him, that's what you should do all the time, forever and ever. But let's continue.
when some woman says something objectively stupid, instead of saying, hey, that's stupid, he tries to change reality and logic in order to understand their foolishness. Yeah, he doesn't treat women like human beings.
I hate that, y'all. I don't know how many times I say, yeah. Like, oh God, I hate that. But first, listen to what he just said. Let's go back a little bit.
When some woman says something objectively stupid, instead of saying, hey, that's stupid, he tries to change reality and logic in order to understand their foolishness. Yeah, he doesn't treat women like human beings.
He tries to change reality to understand their foolishness. And he doesn't treat women like human beings. I'm going to let that, wait, what? Because you try to understand somebody, you're treating them like, I'm sorry, I that part broke my brain. Because you're trying to understand somebody, you're not treating them like a human being. How? Like, literally, how? How is it that because you're trying to understand somebody, like, I don't get that part. Trying to understand somebody is dehumanizing somebody. Coach Redfield doesn't know what fucking human empathy is. He doesn't. He doesn't know what human empathy is. Wow. Let's continue. We're almost finished with this one.
Yeah, because see, if you're a man who treats men and women as human beings, you listen to them. And when they say something on point, wise maybe even, you acknowledge that, maybe even internalize it, maybe use that wisdom or knowledge or insight to change yourself. But when you hear a man or a woman say something stupid, what do you say? You say, hey, that's stupid. And it's not.
Hey, that's stupid. I can do it too, Coach Redfield. I can fucking do it too. Because that was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Oh my God. He is literally saying that being human to people is dehumanizing them. I can't wrap my brain around that. I can't. I don't understand that. I don't get that. So hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm sorry about that. Um, trying to get the neighbors trying to get somebody in from upstairs. So anyway, but yeah, like he is literally saying humanization is dehumanization. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Not misogynistic or misandristic or any other istic, okay? It's simply you're pointing out the truth. You're saying this person, who so happens to be a woman, said something objectively stupid, and I'm not going to listen to her, right? But simps, they can't do that. They cannot, because they look at women, all women, like angels whose every utterance is some sort of pearls of wisdom popping.
Like, mind you, I didn't see him calling out Trump for any fucking thing that Trump has done. I haven't seen him calling out anybody in the fucking Trump administration who objectively does stupid shit. But for some reason, only simps call out women? Like, what the hell, man? Like, I had a comment like this, like, "Oh, you're a simp because you expected women to be like, no, like, no, that's not how that works, dog. Like, fuck. I got sad because I saw. Let's lay Lotus Armor to rest because we're gonna have to bring her back. We're gonna bring her back. But yeah, like these motherfuckers, like I don't. How though? How? How the fuck? God, let's continue. We're almost finished.
Out, right? Which is not true. It's a weird kind of condescension. It's a weird kind of sexism. Yeah, it's exalting women.
Because you don't tolerate my intolerance, then it's a problem. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. So, but yeah, let's continue. Let's have him go.
Women, qua women, as opposed to looking at a woman like a person with great strengths and great weaknesses, great virtues and great, defects, like a person. Women are people, good, bad, ugly.
Like, I feel that should be learned in like first grade or kindergarten or preschool. Women are people. Like, this is the vibe that I'm getting from this motherfucker. Like, he just like this is just his come to Jesus moment. Like, I knew it. And it's like an implicit thing of, it's like he's understanding now that he can be both condescending to both men and women. It's just like, you how fucked up you really sound, though, right? Do you really fucking get how fucked up you sound? But of course he doesn't, because Coach Red Pill, everybody. Let's continue.
They are people. But simps don't see them as people. That's ultimately what's going on with the simp. And you have to understand that, and you have to guard against it. It's very easy to fall into that trap, especially if you don't have regular access to women. Regular access in a romantic sense. That is, you're an incel or you're not particularly successful with women. There is the temptation to fall into simphood-dom. Is that a word? I guess so. I just made it up. There's a great temptation to become a simp, and there's also a great temptation to become hysterical in your hatred of women. It comes from the same source. Simps who defer to all women and crazy incel types who hate women. Yeah, and we know who we're talking about, and we've met some.
Mind you, this fool is called Coach Red Pill. This whole Red Pill mentality is literally an incel offshoot. Like, am I missing something? Like, how? How does his brain work? How does his brain work to the mental gymnastics? Because we know he isn't that smart. The mental gymnastics that he has to do to say that, haha, I'm not like these other, incels type, red pill type MGTOW motherfuckers. Like, and what's up, Flip? Yeah, my internet sometimes has been going wonky too. But yeah, like, how does he, like, how, fucking how? Let's continue.
We've met some of both camps. They come from the same source. They come from the notion that a woman can solve all your problems. I'm here to tell you, as a grown man of 52, a woman cannot solve your problems. Only you can solve your problems. Remember, a woman cannot save you. She is not essential to a good life. She's just a very attractive accessory to your life.
Was Coach Red Pill wipe his beard? Like, I really don't get this shit. I really don't understand. Like it was his wife his beard, because he sounds like he doesn't like women. He really sounds like he doesn't like women, and it's like, I like, this is a man that is supposedly married with his kids. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, he is literally, I'm not making this up, guys. Like, really, I'm not making this shit up. Like, he how? Let me put an extra key. Like, I don't get this shit, and like, wow, like, I'm done with this video. I'm really done with this video. Like, I don't get Coach Red Pill, and maybe that's just me. Um, I I'm actually watching it on. I have my backup monitor stream on Twitch, and it seems to be okay. So I know you guys had storms in some parts of the country, and I know I've had storms here. So definitely, Flip, as a Patreon, you're actually going to be able to watch the whole unedited stream. When I put it on for Patreon, so you guys can actually watch it. Everybody else is gonna get like the cut up stream, so that's gonna be fucking fine. But I just don't know with Coach Red Pill, because he obviously has the classic um definition of misogyny, like an unreasonable hatred of women. So much so where he believes that, you know, women are not good for anything but an accessory. If you really believe that a partner, and I'm gonna say it like this because like it just doesn't make sense to me. If you really believe that a partner, not that they can complete you, but they're just as means of an accessory to what you should have in life, that lets me know that you're a fucking sociopath. And like this motherfucker is a sociopath. I'm not gonna lie, he's a sociopath. And quite frankly, like the way he talks about relationships with women, it's just like I don't know if he likes them. Like I have so many bad issues that I've had with women, and I've like my first serious girlfriend after a year cheated on me. My ex fucking cheated on me after what a decade and a half of marriage. But I will never be that person to just say all women are bad because it doesn't make sense. The people who did the shit are bad, but not because of the fact that their reproductive system is on the inside. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense because reasons. So yeah, I don't know. Like yeah, I don't know. Coach Red Pill, everybody, and fuck, like and subscribe.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, they're probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right. Absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but.
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts eating.
The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.